Hello, welcome to today's session. Today we will be talking about the advanced concepts and advanced questions in number series along with the questions on number games. In the last class we have already talked about the basic concepts of number series where we have talked about the number series that works with addition, subtraction, multiplication, simple cube roots and square roots. So let's move on to some of the interesting questions in number series and number games. So this is the first question that we will be talking about today. Okay, in this first question, you have a set of 4 by 4 matrix, okay, and you have a set of numbers which are mentioned. Now, when you see at this block in the first, what is the impression that you get? Most of the students what they would try to do is either they would try to sum up the rows and find out the total here, or they try to sum up the columns and find total here. That is one of the most conventional methods that is used in the questions on number games. The other method is calculating or totaling the values diagonally. So if you have a question, you can calculate the values diagonally and these values should have some kind of relationship, or you can do a kind of horizontal total or a vertical total. Okay. So these are some of the basic concepts you apply in the number games. Now looking at through this question, there is something different that is hidden into this question. So before you start to solve any question, it's very important that you focus on the question or you observe the question very minutely. Now if I look onto this question and try to add these two numbers, okay, so let me add 42 plus 58, so that would be 100. Interesting figure. Now let's do the same for these two numbers. So 66 plus 34 would again be 100. That means there is some kind of common relationship between these two numbers. So let's try for 31 and 69. Again 1 plus 9 is 0. 1 carried over, so it's 100, and 52 plus 48 is again 100. So for these all numbers we can say the sum is 100. Now we are left with this row second and row fourth. Now let's try to find out if there is some kind of common relationship between row 2 and row 4. So let's say 74 plus 26. So I have 74 plus 26. So it's 0, 1 carried over and 100. So that again is 100. Now let me do the same for 17 plus 83. So 17 plus 83 is again 100. Let me try for 79 and 21. So 79 plus 21 is again 100. That means 73 plus this number should also be 100. So if I add 73 with 27, that would give me 100. That means this number should be 27. So this is the first kind of question that we have discussed today. The next question is a question where numbers are given in the triangle, okay, and there is some kind of relationship between these set of numbers and you have to find out the missing number in the last triangle. So for this question, let's start with the first section. So there is some relationship between the center number and the outer numbers, okay. So what I am trying to do is, let's try to solve it with a very simple method. Let's start with a very simple analysis. Let me add all the 4 numbers on the periphery. So it's 9 plus 4 plus 5, that is 18, okay, and this number is 3. That means if I divide the sum of all the outer numbers by 6, I get 3. Let me see if this same principle works for the second triangle. So for the second triangle, what I am doing here is, I am trying to add 2 plus 3 plus 7. So 7 plus 3, 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So 12, if I divide by 6 again, it would give me 2. So that concept holds for this triangle also. That means that concept should be true for this triangle also. So for this triangle, let me try out. It's 14 plus 10 plus 6. That is 14 plus 6 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30. 30 divided by 6. So that would be again a round number, that is 5. So in this triangle I can say the number should be 5. So this is another variety of number question. Please note that this question was asked in the 2013 examination. Now let's move on to some other questions or advanced questions on number series. So in this type of question, the previous questions that we have discussed, we have already talked about the basic simple concepts in number series. Now, so let's start with slowly and gradually. So we'll start with a simple question first and then we'll start moving to a difficult question. So the first simple question that we would be talking about today is 17, 17, 34, 20, 20, then you have 31, 23. What would be the next two numbers? So in this question, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to solve the next two numbers. So here we can see, you have 17 and 17. Okay. So you have a number, you are repeating that number, you are adding 3 to that number and then you are again repeating it. Then you are again adding 3 to that number. So that means again you should repeat this number. So the next number here should be 23, obviously. And for this, what you are doing? You have 34. You are leaving 2 and you are subtracting 3. So in one series you are adding 3. In another series you are subtracting 3. So again I will leave 2 and I will subtract 3. So 31 minus 3 should be 28. So here should be the answer, that is 28. So this is the next number. So in this case, the two numbers should be, one is 23 and another is 28. Now I have again a simpler kind of example. So this was the first. The next example that we will be doing today is 75, 65, 85, 55, 45, 85, 35, and then what would be the next two numbers? Now this question is a very simple question, but this question can be confusing for a lot of students because the student might think I am starting with 75, 65 and then 55 is okay. Why is this 85 coming up? Okay. But if you observe this question correctly, you will see that you have 75, 65, 55, 45, 35. That means you have this series which is decreasing in a sequence of 10. So after 35 there should be 25. So the next number here should be 25. But what is happening with this 85? This 85 remains constant in the series. So you have, after every two number you have 85. Then you have next two digits, you have 85. And then you will have next two digits and here would be 85 again. Okay. So these are the kind of questions which are a bit simpler in nature. Okay. Now let's move on to our next question here. So the question says 4, 7, you have 26, 10, 13, 20, 16. What would be the next two digits? Now here what is happening is I am trying to add 3 to this number. Okay. Then I am again adding 3 to this number. Then it's again plus 3. Then I am leaving 1, adding 3. Then I will again add 3. So after 16 it should be 19. Okay. So it's 4, 7, 10, 13, 16 and 19. That is the sequence we are following. And for the next sequence, which is a kind of alternate series question, for the next series it's 26 minus 6, that's 20. So it would be 20 minus 6 and answer would be 14 here. So the sequence is 19 and 14. Now what most of the students do here is they try to find out relationship between these two numbers. Okay. So let me say if I am multiplying these two numbers, what most of the students do here is they try to multiply 4 and 7. So they say 28 minus 2 is 26. Okay. This series is coming up. Now they will try the same here. If they multiply 10 and 13, it would be 130. Then they will be struck up. oh no, we are totally confused what to do. And once you are struck up with a wrong flow of wrong direction in which you are going, you won't be able to find out the simplicity that is hidden into the question. Okay, so it's very important that you try to understand the question, break up the question into parts, and then try to start solving the question. So here and here, both of these series are kind of alternate series where one series is adding up and the other series is getting subtracted. While here in this question what we have done is, we have one series that is subtracting and the other series is the series that remains constant in nature. Okay. Now we'll move on to some really good problems in number series. So this problem is a kind of very interesting problem and I would like you to devote most of your time in this class to this problem. Okay. So in this question, what I am doing is, the question here is 7 4 9 2 8 3 6 multiplied by 89. That's the first digit in the question. The first set of the question. Rather than writing one after the other, I will write one below the other so that it becomes much more clear to you. So the next is 6 3 8 9 4 7 into 7 9 8. Okay, and the next question here is 7 4 9 8 6 multiplied by what? This question looks really confusing because looking at to this question, no one can understand what is happening in this question. There are only two digits here. Why are 3 digits coming up here? Okay, and this arrangement and these two arrangement of questions do not make any specific sense. So what we are trying to understand here is how we are rearranging the questions. So what I am trying to do is, in this, let me count the number of digits first. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 7 digits. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 digits here. Okay. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits here. That means the number of digits in this column are decreasing. Now what is happening here is, the number of digits are 2, 1 and 2. You have 1, 2 and 3. So here it should be an increasing order. So 4 should be the number of digits here in the question. That's the first thing we can make out from this question. Now let's start to solve this question. Now what I am doing in this question, if I move into reverse fashion, okay, if I am moving this way, if I move this way and arrange the number, it should be 6, 3, 8, 2, 9, 4, 7. Okay? If I move into the reverse order. But this number, what is coming up, is similar to this except this number. Okay? If I remove this number, 2 from here, it would become exactly the same number as this. So what we are doing here is, we are reversing the digit and omitting the smallest number. Okay, so I reversed all the digits and omitted the smallest number, that is 2. Now let me start with this again, the next here. So it would be 7, then you have 4, 9, 8, 3 and 6. So this looks very similar to this. I am reversing the digits but I am omitting the smallest numbers. I will omit out 3 here. Okay. If I omit out 3 here, it exactly becomes this. So what is happening in this question? So this side we have understood what is the flow of numbers here. Now let's try to understand the flow of numbers here. So here 89, I am reversing the digits. So it becomes 98. Okay. And I am adding one digit that is smaller to it, smaller to 8. So that's 7. So I will add 7 in front of it. So now you have 7, 8 and 9 as 3 digits. So I'll add one digit which is smaller than 7, which is next to 7 to this. So I'll add 6, okay, and then I'll reverse the trend. So it would be 8, 9, 7. So here my correct answer should be 6, 8, 9, 7. Now let me explain this once more, what we have done in this question. In this side, so this is considered it as the LHS and the RHS, okay. The left hand side, what I am trying to do is, I am trying to reverse the digit and omit the smallest number. So I am reversing these numbers and removing the smallest number, that is 2 from this, okay. Then for this, what I am doing, I am reversing this set of number and removing the smallest number, that is this. And on the right hand side, what I am doing is, I am again reversing the digits, okay, and I am adding one small number, one next small number before the digit starts. So I added 7 here. So before that, in the next step, I will add 6. So if you want to continue this, in the next I would add 5. And now you can easily tell me what we did. So we did reversal of these numbers. So here it would be 7, 9, 8, 6. So if I want to make a next digit here in sequence, it would be 5, 7, 9, 8, 6. And let me do a reversal of digit for here also. So it would be 6, 8, 9, 4 and 7. So I'll omit 4, which is the smallest number. So it would become this. Now as you can see, I am moving down in this step. So there are 4 digits. And this digit is exactly matching with what we did here. Okay. So what we are trying to do is, we are trying to decrease the number of digits here, and here we are increasing the numbers, and in both cases we are reversing. In this case we are omitting the numbers out, and in this case we are adding the numbers out. So this is one of the difficult problems in number series and number games that we usually talk about. Now let's do few more examples that would help you understand the various varieties of questions that are asked on number series. So let me do a next question here. So in the next question, okay, I have the first digit, that is 386295. Okay, then I have the next digit, that is 925683. Then the next digit is 863529. The next digit is 259368. And what would be the final digit here? So in this case, what I am doing is try to observe these and these numbers. Okay. If you try to find out, try to make out a kind of relationship, a kind of addition, subtraction, you would land up nowhere because all the numbers are zigzagly arranged. So what I am doing here is, let me look into these two numbers. If I reverse these two numbers, it becomes 9, 2. Then I reverse these two numbers, so it becomes 5, 6. And then I finally reverse these two numbers, so it becomes 8, 3. Okay. Now what I will do again, I will take these two numbers, I will reverse it, so it's 8, 6. I will do these two numbers, so it becomes 3, 5. And then I will do these two numbers, so it becomes 2, 9. Okay. Now what will I do in this question? In this step I take these two numbers and reverse it, so it becomes 2, 5. Reversal of these two numbers, so it becomes 9, 3. And reversal of 8 and 6, so it becomes 6 and 8. So what can we do here? It's very simple. So we will take these two numbers and reverse it, so it becomes 6, 3. Okay, then I will take these two numbers and reverse it, so it becomes 8, 9. And finally, these two as reverse numbers, so it becomes 5, 2. So the next number in the series would be 638952. Now let me repeat how we did this question. We have the first set of numbers and we have the second set of numbers. We are trying to find out the relationship between these two set of numbers. So what I am trying to do here is, I am taking these two numbers. Sorry, first we start with these two numbers. I will reverse those. So for 2, 9, I write 9, 2. Then I use 6 and 5 here and I make it 5 and 6. And then I use 3 and 8 here and I make 8 and 3. So it becomes, what is this? So it's 9, 2, 6, 3, 5, 6, 8, 3. Okay. So what we are doing is, we are breaking the numbers in the set of 2 and then we are reversing the numbers. So we will finally land up to our answer, which is this. Okay. Now let me move on to the next question in today's class. The next question here is 369, 121, 518. Then you have 212, 427 and 303. What would be the next number? So how will I calculate this? This looks very confusing. I can say this series is increasing. If I try to find out in this way, I can say it is increasing here, it is increasing here, and then this is increasing here, but this again decreases here. So that is not the correct way of solving this. So forget about this method. Now let's start with something simple. So if I start with something simple, I say it is a multiplication of 3. So 3, let's go on to a table of 3. And I will write it here, okay. I will write it in a horizontal fashion. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. Let me stop there. Now, what I have written here and what is written here, can you find any relationship here? Here I have already written a table of 3. Now what I am doing here is, I will just put the commas that are given in the question. Okay. So 369, comma, 121, 121, comma, 518. So again I have 518, I will put comma. Then you have 212, so 212, 427, 303, and you have the last number here. That becomes a kind of very simple way of solving this question. So what I have done is, I have written a table of 3. Okay. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33 and 36. And I am just putting commas after every 3 digits. Okay. So this is a kind of interesting question that is asked a lot of times, where students are really students really try to find out the kind of alternate series, find out the sum or the square, add 2 digits and see if the sum of these two digits match this digit. But it's a kind of really simple problem where you have to apply a simple logic of table of 3. Now we'll move on to the next question. In the next question, we are trying to introduce 2, 5, 12. You have 27, 58, 121, and what would be the next number? So here what I am doing is, I am multiplying 2 into 2 plus 1. Okay, so 2 into 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 would be 5. Okay, so in the next series, what I will do is 5 into 2 plus 2. So 5 into 2 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12. So you have 12 into 2 plus 3. So 12 into 2 is 24, 24 plus 3 is 27. 27 into 2 is 54. 54 plus 4 is 58. Then I do 58 into 2 plus 5. So 58 into 2 is, you have 116. 116 plus 5 is 121. So again I do 121 into 2 plus 6. So 121 into 2 is 242 plus 6, that is 248. So the next number here should be 248. What I am trying to do is, I am trying to multiply each of the number by 2 and add, not add 1 or 2 to each number, rather than that I am adding or increasing the number that I am adding. So I will add 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5 and finally 6. Okay, and in the next step, if I want to add, I will add 7 and 8. So this is another kind of question that we usually do under number series. Now we'll move on to a very simple number game question. So that's the kind of final question for today's class that we will be covering. In this question, what I am trying to do is, I try to draw a diagram here. It's a kind of matrix which is 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, and what you have to do is, you have to find out the correct answer. So it's 13, 6, 11. Okay, the next numbers are 8, question mark 12, and finally you have 9, 14 and 7. So what I am trying to do is, if I try to do the total of rows here, for the last row it would be 9 plus 7 would be 16, 16 plus 14 is 30. For the first row, again is 13 plus 11 is 24 plus 6, so you have 30. So again this should be 30. So 8 plus 12 is 20. So this number should be 10. So then it becomes 30. Now I am horizontally adding it and getting 30. Now let me add it vertically and see what comes out. So 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 13 is again 30. So 6 plus 14 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30. 12 plus 7 is 19. 19 plus 11 is again 30. So in this question, whether I add it up horizontally or vertically, the answer would be 30. So that's the correct way of forming the matrix. I can add plus signs everywhere. Okay. So whatever I do, either I go horizontally or I go vertically, the sum of the numbers would be 30 in this question. So with this we covered the basic the questions on number games and some of the advanced questions on number series. In the next class we will be talking about alphabet series and jumbled up series.